Hey y'all, we're back with another video. So in this video, I will teach you my way. Keep in mind I said my way. Everybody do it your way. What's best for you. To each his own. What works for me may not work for you, and what works for you may not work for me. Take what you need from this video and implement it, or, just watch the video. Before we get into this video, I also want to let you guys know to be on the lookout tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Our website will be dropping a DIY Sublimation Tumbler Kit. It will come with a blank sublimation skinny 20-ounce tumbler, one sublimation transfer sheet, heat tape, and one shrink wrap. So let me put this out there. Before you can do it yourself, I did the hard work for you, which is provide the tumbler and your transfer sheet for you. But you're still going to need either an oven, a convection oven, or a tumbler press to actually press the tumbler. Baby, don't go on my website, order no $15 kit, thinking you finna get a whole tumbler press to go with it. No, ma'am. It only come with what I stated it's going to come with. But again, as I stated, do what works best for you. I'm not going to tell you how to do it or you're supposed to do this. Everybody have their own tactic. Mine's is my tumbler press or my convection oven. I have a French door convection oven. I will drop a picture below. So when you get your tumbler kit in the mail, as soon as you take it out the mailbox, come back and reference this video. This is my way of doing it. Let me show you. So right here, you see my printer printing out the sublimation transfer sheet. I'm so sorry, y'all. When I recorded this, I don't know how to work the new tripod thing, but I thought the angle that it was in, it got the whole area where you can see, but apparently you can't see everything. I promise our next video gonna be better. But hey, this video is free knowledge. So right here, you see me putting on my gloves. I always put on them gloves, y'all, before y'all touch them cups. Put them gloves on. So y'all, right here, you see me cut and pulling the tape and cutting it. I have a tape dispenser, but I never use it. I always do it the hard way like this. Take the cut different size of tape and stick it to my desk, my tripod. In this case, I'm sticking it to my tripod. Y'all do it the easy way. This right there, that's the tape dispenser. Get you one of those. That's a lifesaver. I just never saved my life with it. So you will take your transfer. Your transfer will come like this. You will take the transfer, and you see how I'm going around it with the scissors? That's what you're going to cut off. You're going to cut all of the white off. I leave no white on mine. Sometimes people do leave the white on theirs, but like I said, to each his own. If you leave that white, the white gonna show when you press it. So I take all of the white off. And that's what I'm doing right now. Just cutting. I have a cutter, but I don't use that either. So once you cut the white border off, it should look like this, where you only see your image. You don't see no white. The border is gone. Everything you see now is what's going to be pressed onto the cup. So you will take your cup. Y'all, I did this before and I forgot that I had to record. But you're going to take your cup and you're going to wipe it down with rubbing alcohol. Once it's dry, you will take your transfer sheet and place it around like this. You see? You will place it around just like this. So once you get your image around your tumbler how you want it, I overlap mine at the seam just a little bit, and then I tape it down. I always tape the middle piece first so it can hold it like, you see, like that. So it hold it in place. I pull it tight so it can hold in place. So your goal will be to make sure that the image is around, that your transfer is tight around your cup. And your tape will make that tight. But you have to pull it together and make sure it's tight. So because we don't want no air bubbles, because then it would cause ghosting. We'll talk about that in another video. So yeah, I'm still taping down the tumbler. it takes a while. This is a tedious process as well because you want to make sure it's right. You want to make sure you don't have you're not leaving no area for air to get in because you don't want that to happen. So just to keep the transfer in place, I always use 3 pieces of tape, one in the middle, top, and bottom. That's how we can just keep the transfer in place. So like this, you see it ain't gonna go nowhere. The cup is not gonna slide or anything. Then I will go back in between and pull tight. That happens. That means I'm pulling tight. You gonna want to pull it really tight on that seam because you don't want to leave no air. You don't want no potential air to get in that seam. So we're gonna have to tape up the seam. Some people don't do all this tape, but I use a ton of tape. So yeah, we're still taping it up, and I'm showing you guys everything. I could have speeded up, but I don't want to speed up. I want you guys to see exactly how I do mine. So yep, we're gonna go in, like I said, in between and add more tape. So now we're looking like this. And guess what? I'm still taping. So now I will put it from the top to the bottom on the seam, cover the seam from the top to the bottom with a piece of tape. And I usually do this twice from the top to bottom. And you see how I slide my finger down the seam? I'm sorry. I slide my finger down the seam to make sure it's tight. After I do that, I go back in and push it down. Just press. Make sure I'm getting all the bubbles out. If there's any air in the pockets. Okay, and then this is another vital step for me. I don't know about anybody else, but for me, I tape around the rim as well. And I tape. You see, put the tape on and I pull. While I'm placing the tape, I'm pulling it. So you see how it's tight? I'm pulling it. So I'm not giving air no excess to get in. I pull it, cut it, and then fold the tape down. See? So right here, I'm just securing the tape, making sure everything gets bonded to the cup. Now I will do the same thing at the bottom. This is the bottom of the cup. The silver thing, some cups come with it, some cups don't. You can take it off or you don't have to. I never take mine off. But see, same thing like the top. You see how air is in there? That's why, I don't know if you can see the paper moving a little bit, but see, when you pull tight, it's gonna make the paper tight. I'm sorry, you can't really see the top part of it, but yep. And I did the same thing how I did it, the top at the bottom. Just secure it. Make sure that the tape is in place. You remember how I told you I go from the top to the bottom twice? So look, there's me again. Going from the top to the bottom on that seam. Making sure it's really tight. Again, this is my way. I told you guys I use a lot of tape. I'm not telling you you have to do it my way. Take what you need from this video and what you can use from this video to implement with your own. So I would take my scraper and go down the seam to make sure that it's secure. A lot of people use their fingernails, but if you know me, you know. Your girl don't have no nails. So just go down the seam and with your nail, a scraper, anything to make sure that that seam is sealed. Now, this is an optional step. Some people use it, some people don't. Like I said, this is my way. I use it. Your shrink wrap bag. Okay, get it open, girl. I always to me, it's like more secure. It makes my tumbler tighter. Even if my wrap may be loose still a little bit, once you put that shrink wrap on and use that heat gun, if you don't have a heat gun too, by the way, that's my heat gun. If you don't have a heat gun, you can use a hair dryer, a blow dryer to make it tighter. But to me, the the shrink wrap makes the wrap tighter to your tumbler. It keeps everything in place and it gets tight. So you see how you can see the tape through the shrink wrap? That's why I like the shrink wrap. It tightens everything. It get everything. So that's why a lot of people don't use a lot of tape, because once they put the shrink wrap on, the shrink wrap gonna do the rest of the work. It's gonna, if it wasn't tight before the shrink wrap, I guarantee you it's gonna be tight after that shrink wrap. Look at that. It's tight. So this how it should look after we place the transfer around it, tape it down, and put the shrink wrap in place. Now it's ready to press. So this is one of my tumbler pressing machines that I use. I put it on 360 for 60 seconds for one side. You see? I always put the tape, when I first put it in, I put the tape side to me. And I close it and press that side for 60 seconds. And I don't know what I was doing with this tumbler right here in this picture. I don't know if I was getting y'all to try to see the tumbler, because that was a fail. That didn't work. Okay, so after 60 seconds, I will rotate it. You see how I took it out, rotated it, and closed it back and press it again for another 60 seconds. Ooh, child, it's a lot of pressing. So after that, we would take it out and press the ends of them. We only would press the ends for 10 seconds on one side. After 10 seconds, we will rotate that as well and press it again for another 10 seconds. So when that's done, you will take the cup out, flip it to the other side, whether it's the top or bottom, and then you will press one side for 10 seconds. You will then rotate the cup and press it again for another 10 seconds. Baby, it's a lot of flipping, a lot of pressing, a lot of turning. No, for real, I don't want to discourage anybody. It goes by really fast. So now you see me taking the tumbler out the press and removing the shrink wrap. Make sure you put on, you see, I shook my hand, it was hot. Make sure, even with the heat gloves, please use heat gloves. I don't know how many times I've been burnt, and them burns hurt, y'all. Shout out to my sister D for my heat gloves too, by the way, y'all. I guess my girl was tired of me getting burnt. So this is our final design. They absolutely loved it. She sent me a picture of a cup on Amazon, but she wanted me to add my own creativity to it. And she said she wanted bright and colorful, and her favorite colors are pink and purple. Kind of implemented everything together, what she told me, and this is what we got. It's a wrap, my humble tribe. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that comment section to let me know what videos you want to see from me.